99 out of 100 times, kid goes missing. The kid is with a parent or a relative.
What about the other time?
Stranger Things Season 4 is, well, it's still filming. The global pandemic absolutely ruined the filming process for the show, as you might expect. And as such, things haven't exactly gone to plan for the showrunners and the Duffer brothers, or the cast, who are very eager to get back to filming in order to showcase what's coming. However, with filming back in action and people trying to get glimpses of what's coming, as well as teases from the crew themselves, we know some things that are indeed coming. Allow us to show you how leaked Stranger Things Season 4 photos suggest dark times ahead. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 5. Upside down in the trailer park? Recent leaked images of the Stranger Things set, courtesy of the Daily Mail, indicate some big things might be happening in Season 4. Mainly, the photo reveals a trailer park overrun by the Upside Down. Red and black vines have ensnared trailers, telephone poles, and the sign to the park itself. It isn't completely clear if the place is in Hawkins, but considering that town's ties to the Upside Down, it could be likely. Either way, the sheer number of winding tendrils spells trouble for anyone within the vicinity of the trailer park. Whether this scene truly takes place within the Upside Down and is just lacking the typical special effects that complete the look, or is proof that the Upside Down has begun to overtake the real world, remains to be seen. The latter explanation would have some horrifying consequences for Stranger Things and could certainly help Season 4 live up to that reputation of being the scariest one yet. However, the Upside Down is so unpredictable that anything could happen. But with these set photos emerging, it could mean that more teases and maybe a trailer are coming. But as of yet, that hasn't happened, and that will of course make fans mad because they are all so desperate for more of their favorite show. Thankfully, those weren't the only photos that have leaked. 4. The leaked images part 2. As noted, the filming of Stranger Things Season 4 has restarted after being shut down for many months due to the global pandemic. And based on things discovered in Twitter in regards to leaks, there's one new confirmed character that is going to be showing up in Season 4, Maya Hawke's brother. Maya plays Robin, if you recall. She was a new cast member that joined in Season 3 and had a long-time story and eventual friendship with Steve. After the fall of Starcourt Mall, she even helped him get a new job at a video store. Well, her brother, as in Maya's actual brother, Levon, has not only been confirmed to be coming to the town of Hawkins in Season 4, but we've gotten some looks into him, and he has a pretty definitive style. Details about Levon Thurman Hawke's character have not yet been revealed, but the photos show that he is definitely into the punk rock / new wave look that was popular with kids in the 1980s, and the Duffer brothers are legendary for their going and putting all the 80s references they can into the show. The video store setting Thurma Hawke is seen working at appears to figure heavily into Season 4, as previous pictures were already leaked showing multiple Stranger Things cast members at the same location. Given the show's 1980s era action, a video store is a natural place for the characters to congregate, just as Starcourt Mall was a fairly obvious place to set much of the action in Season 3. It remains to be seen if the video store hides any secret Russian bases, however, though we wouldn't rule it out. There were also teases of maybe a new female character joining them, but her face was obscured by a mask. Though, as noted, the focus of the location in regards to the video store could be something big. 3. FREDDY and the hospital. Another key element that has been brought forth by various revelations is that we're going to be spending time in a psychiatric hospital in Hawkins where several characters, both new and familiar, will be a focus. Series regular Jamie Campbell Bower will play Peter Ballard, quote, a caring man who works as an orderly at a psychiatric hospital. Tired of the brutality he witnesses day after day, will Peter finally take a stand? Unquote. Not a description one would think about hearing in a show like this. What is he taking a stand against? The answer to that is one of the patients who just so happens to be in the hospital, because Robert Englund has been brought into Stranger Things Season 4 and will play Victor Creel, a disturbed and intimidating man who was imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s. Yep, Robert Englund is coming to Stranger Things. And why is this so perfect to casting? Because as you all hopefully know, Robert Englund was the man behind the original Nightmare on Elm Street via his portrayal of Freddy Krueger. Yes, that's him. The Nightmare Bringer and Life Stealer is someone who has been in the horror game and beyond for quite some time, And for him to come to Stranger Things, a series known for its horror and how it subverts expectations, in short, this is a perfect mixing of things and showcases just how in tune the Duffer brothers are with the show. And since everything has a part to play in the larger scope of Stranger Things, you can bet that both Peter and Victor will be instrumental in certain developments that unfold in Hawkins. But as to what that is exactly, we honestly don't know. But here's the thing, with them having such a big name like Robert Englund, they won't waste him. And being that he's a serial killer, that could lead to certain big things happening throughout the season. 2. Hopper in Russia. Another key thing to remember in regards to the ending of Season 3 of Stranger Things is that the Hawkins crew as a whole is split up for the first time in a long time, in a major way at least. One of the biggest pieces, David Harbour's Chief Hopper, is not only out of Hawkins, he's out of the country, in Russia. At first, it was believed he was dead. But then in the first teaser for Season 4, we saw he indeed was in Russia and at a work camp of some kind, further cementing he was likely the American that was in the Russian prison shown in the stinger for Season 3's finale. Harbour has noted many times that this season will dive deeper into Hopper's backstory, even teasing how previous seasons are guiding the way to what may come. In Season 2, Eleven goes into the basement of the cabin and there's 5 boxes, one of which has Brenner's stuff from Hawkins' lab, one of which says Dad, one of which says Vietnam, Harbour says. One says New York. So there are these things that we've established in the season that if we don't pay off, it means that they're bad writers. And the Duffer brothers are very good writers. What's more, Harbour has noted that he's going to be facing both enemies in the human sense and enemies in the monster sense, as the Russians somehow have their own Demogorgon. With that kind of danger around him, things are going to get messy in a hurry. 1. The minds of the Duffer brothers. But what might be the scariest thing of all isn't exactly a material thing per se, but a mental capacity. You see, one of the biggest reasons why Stranger Things is such a success is because of how the showrunners of the Duffer brothers have grown the franchise into something truly special. And by their own admission, they're always trying to do something different. We want each season to feel different, as opposed to recreating the same thing over and over again, co-creator Ross Duffer told THR. With Season 3, we realized early on that we were going to shoot mostly in the summer and that it would be released in the summer. Automatically, that gave it its very different feel in terms of both the tone and the colors. We wanted it very saturated, and we wanted the season to feel like the big Hollywood summer blockbusters that we grew up with and loved so much. There's a little more humor in it, a little more action, and it just has a different feel than the past 2 seasons, which were set in the fall and a little more dreary and scary. We keep learning the same lesson over and over again. We cram too many ideas into the show, Matt Duffer added. We've learned to really rely on our actors. We take so much inspiration from them. The script evolves as we start to work with them, and that's something we've been increasingly open to. Seeing what Maya was doing in the first couple of episodes really informed how we wrote her character moving forward, and made Robin more interesting and well-rounded. So with this constant evolution, you can expect that Season 4 might just be the scariest of the lot, because they feel it's what's needed to keep things from being stale. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at some of the leaked photos of Stranger Things Season 4 and how things might be changing for the better and worse, depending on how you look at the photos and teases? Do you think that Netflix will start to release more teasers soon? Are you hoping that Stranger Things Season 4 arrives this year? Or do you think that more delays are in store? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.